Brilliant. So here's the chair. Let's get started. So we're going to turn it sideways to start with, and we're going to just start holding on to the back of the chair. So the chair is going to set us up. It's going to set our good example to us. We're going to follow the chair's posture. That's going to help. We're going to mirror that lovely posture throughout. And we're going to use the chair to help us sometimes. And we're going to use the chair to give us a bit of a challenge sometimes. Okay. So let's just get started. We're going to gently place the hands onto the back of the chair and the feet are at hip distance. Whatever you do throughout, don't grip onto the chair at all. So we don't grip onto the equipment at all, because that will just put tension through the arm and stress through the shoulders and the neck. We want to get rid of all that, don't we? So hands just gently placed on top of the back of the chair, feet at hip distance, and start by rocking backwards and forwards. So onto the toes and then lifting the heels. Good job. Keep the knees nice and soft, waking up through that lower body, just getting everything stretched through. Good job. Slowing it down, finding our base now. So spreading the toes nice and wide, heels nice and deep, pushing down deep through the ground and then extending. Again, mirroring the back of the chair, standing nice and tall, drawing in, coming up, taking those shoulder blades round, down the back. And finally, that piece of string, pulling and lengthening out, making us nice and tall, ready to go. From here, we're going to do our pelvic tilts. So we're going to tuck that tailbone under and then peel it up and away. And again. So the hands can stay on the back of the chair for that balance, or if you prefer with the hand on the tummy and the hand on the lower back, that's absolutely fine. So we're keeping the legs nice and still, the upper body nice and still, and we're just tilting the pelvis backwards and forwards. Tucking that tailbone in and then releasing. Okay. Now we're going to slow that movement down, reduce the distance between each of those tilts until finally we've got that tailbone heading straight down at the back and the top of the pelvis horizontal and the lower back into neutral. Now we're going to switch on those abdominals, draw the belly button in towards the spine, squeeze and hold. Imagine that lovely wide belt, pull it all the way to notch number 10, squeeze and hold, relax through the neck and shoulders though, just drawing through the abdominals. Try not to tighten the glutes too much as well, just focus through the front of the body. It will draw through from the spine. Then we're going to relax and release. Now we're going to come halfway, notch number 5 on that belt, squeeze and hold. And nice deep breaths in between, so nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good job. Just gently training the body not to let go of the tummy muscles when we exhale, which is a natural habit that we create. Good job. Release here, halfway, not halfway, from halfway we're going into notch number 3 this time, our final level. Just gently squeeze and hold. And let's bring the pelvic floor into meet. So squeeze and lift the pelvic floor, remembering that pelvic floor is always running all the way from the pubic bone to the tailbone, that lovely sling collection of muscles. Squeeze, lift and hold as tight as you can up to level 10 if we're in our lift. And then relax and release. And then halfway up to level 5, squeeze and hold. Again, don't hold your breath when you're squeezing. And release. And finally, level 3, a gentle squeeze and hold. So we're going to keep that pelvic floor engaged, keep that tummy engaged as we gently move into some knee lifts. So just gently walking it out, stepping the feet up, coming back to hip distance each time. Good job, waking up the ankles, the knees, the hips. And then we're going to step back with one foot, placing it back behind us, heel down to the floor. Then we're going to push forward with the front knee towards the chair, using that chair to keep the upper body nice and tall, keep that balance. Pulling away from that back heel, but keeping it glued down. And you should feel that lovely stretch all the way up the back leg. Make sure both the feet are facing forward and those hips are level. Gently encouraging that knee to come a little bit further forward. We really want to enjoy that lovely stretch up the back of the leg. Really important to keep these back leg muscles lengthened and flexible. And we're going to switch now. We're going to bend the other knee forward and the other leg comes back. We're going to lean forward. We're going to push the hips and the bottom away and push the hips and the bottom up towards the corner wall, corner of the top of the wall behind us. to gently draw back. Again, making sure feet are staying aligned, sitting back and drawing away. And then coming forward, back up to standing, walking it out. Ready to go on the other side. Step the other foot back, front knee forward. Good job. So we really focus on the back leg muscles in terms of flexibility and mobility and keeping them really nice and elastic, because they come up, they do lots of things in the legs, but they also come up and they support the lower back. And if they tighten and tighten and tighten, it means that that lower back can't have the mobility and the flexibility that it needs. Okay, switching round now, bending the other knee forward, pushing those hips back to the wall behind you, and then gently pushing them up towards the corner of the ceiling behind you. Good job. And release, bending the knees, both coming forward. Good job, walking it out and then standing still. Moving into arm circles here. So gently taking one arm with a bend in the elbow and just gently circling it round, and then the other. We're going to go for a little bit of backstroke to start with. So we're keeping the shoulders and the hips level with the front. We're level with the chair. And we're gently growing those circles a little bit more each time, but just gently finding our way. Just slowly. Good job. Just to warm everything up. Last one on each side, gently streak round, and then we're going the other way into front crawl. Nice and small to start with, and then gradually increasing the range of movement as we draw back over. Good job. Here we are, imagining ourselves on our channel swim this evening. Good job. Last one here, and we're done. We're going to step forward now, and I want your hips level and your tummy touching the back of your chair now. Okay, we're going to hold it there. So we're going to use the chair to remind ourselves of how we need to behave in these exercises. So we're coming into side bend. We're going to use the chair as our front pane of glass. I often talk about a pane of glass in the front, pane of glass directly behind the back, and only side bending between the two. So inhale to prepare, exhale, side bend up and over, directly over the hips. Well done. Hold it there, gently release. Arms in front, switching up and over onto the other side. Just gentle to start with, nice soft bend in the knees. Feeling that lovely stretch down the side of the body, down the waist. We're going to get on to working that a little bit later. Good job. So we want to make sure it's nice and supple and warm before we do so. Good job. And back to center. That's it. Palms come together now. We're going to spine twist. Thumbs glued to the chest, first fingers to the chin. Hold it there. Elbows are coming out to the side, shoulders are relaxed, neck is nice and lengthened, hips are still against the chair. Breath in, engage, exhale, twist. So just the upper body is twisting. Those hips have got to stay glued forward this time. Inhale into that stretch. Exhale back to center. And again, inhale. Exhale to twist. Inhale. Exhale back to center. One more on each side in your own time. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to twist. And back to center. Good job. From here, we're going to release the hands. We're going to step back again, and we're going to move into some leg stretches here. We're just going to move into our balance and leg lengthening. So from here, keeping the hips facing forward, nice and square, feet at hip distance. Breath in, engage the core. Transfer the weight to one leg as we take the other leg directly back. So it's coming straight back from the hip, and we're keeping the upper body nice and tall here, so it's not going to go very far. So when it's comfortably extended behind us, then you can lengthen and reach with the toe as well. Make sure those hips are level to the front. You're nice and square. You can place the hands onto the back of the chair, and then when you're ready, let's take the hands away, just a little way, just to help challenge that balance. So feel all those muscles firing to keep that balance, keeping us level, They're all working really, really hard. That means that they are toning. So that is all good. Then we're going to draw that leg back in, back to hip distance, soften the knees, ready to go again. Breath in, engage, extend, and then lengthen. So point the toe, lengthen the leg. It's not going to be a very high lift because we're keeping the hips nice and level and the upper body nice and straight. And again, taking those fingers away, helping to challenge that balance. Get all those neurons firing in the brain as well. Let's get the mind working at the same time here. Really focused. And then back and square. Good job. This time the leg is coming directly out to the side. So when you're ready, breath in, engage, extend out to the side. Nice and long, upper body nice and tall still. Little bit further, a little bit bigger range of movement here if you want to use it. And then again, bring those hands away. Feel that lovely work through the leg, feel the glutes waking up. Good job. They have to work nice and hard to help us with these balances. Good job. Back to square, soften the knees, ready to go on the other side. Breath in, engage, and lengthen out to the side. Good job. Hold it there. Just going to change views. Well done. Good job. And back to center, soften the knees, and then come and have a seat. I think, you know, we've all worked hard enough. So we're going to come onto our chair. Now, when we're seated on our chair for this exercise, I want you to be seated near the front edge, okay? So you're going to be near the front edge of your chair. I'm just turning sideways so you can see. So not sat in the middle of our chair, we're just towards the front edge. So we're still nice and supported by the chair, but we've got lots of range of movement for the hips as we move. So we're moving into chair squats, which means that we've got our feet underneath our knees. Their feet are a little bit closer to the body rather than the right angles knee here. So we're going to do these squats in a particular order. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the breath to help us drawing even more energy through the body and more muscle engagement. So we're going to inhale and bring the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to drive the arms back down as we come back down to the chair. What that's going to do is that engagement of the forced exhale as we come back down is going to engage even more of the core muscles, even deeper inside. Okay, you'll get the idea as we go. So when we're ready, breath in, engage. Inhale to come up to standing, extend and lengthen the hands nice and tall. Exhale, drive those arms down and come back down to seated. Good job. And again, inhale, coming up. Exhale, drive them down. And again. So I want you to imagine that as the arms are coming back down, they're coming back through treacle. Good job. Inhale, push them back down. Exhale, and again, inhale. Exhale, drive back down. A little bit more of a challenge if you want to. Inhale up, come onto the toes. Exhale, flat feet, drawing back down. And again, inhale, draw up. Exhale, flat feet, back down. One more here. Inhale, exhale, coming back down. Now, this time we're coming up, but we're not coming back to the chair. We're going to hover. So we exhale, draw the arms down. They're going to come forward now. We're hover, hover, hover. Hold it here if you can. If you need to rest back down to the chair, that's fine. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back to hover. Make sure the core is engaged. You're nice and supported in that back. Inhale. Exhale and hover just above the chair. Good job. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you here all evening, but let's try for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release gently, sitting back down and shaking it all out. Good job. Well done. Good job. From here, we're just going to do a couple of shoulder rolls just to take that out, take that work out, and get the shoulders really relaxed, ready for use later on in a couple of exercises time. So we're going to take the elbows out to the side as we catch our breath, and we're gently going to circle. We're going to start small, starting with that backstroke, and then gently growing a little bit each time. As I say, we really want to make sure that we've woken up through the shoulder muscles, through the shoulder girdle, right across the chest. Good job, so that we can use them in a moment. Good job. And coming the other way, starting small, Growing a little bit each time. Remember to keep sitting up nice and tall. Good job, keeping that piece of string extended and pulled from the top of the head at all times. And hold here. Good job. And relax. So from here, we're still on the front edge of our chair, the front quarter of the chair. And this time we've got our hands coming out to the side. We're going to move into arm work now. So we're going to start with some side bends. So from here, breath in, engage, keeping that body nice and tall over the hips, coming up and over. Inhale, exhale, drive back to the center. Inhale, gently coming over. Exhale, driving back to center. Inhale. Exhale, drive. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Good job. From here, we're moving into the saw. So we're going to walk the feet out now. We're going a little bit wider, just wider of the chair legs if you can. Again, if you need support in the lower back, then keep the legs closer. But the further out, the more of a challenge we've got. From here, breath in, engage. We're coming past the first leg in our twist, and then we're going to gently fold down to our second toe. We're going to reach down to the toe as the eyes and the head turn to look towards the fingers at the back. And then we're gently, gently going to saw. 1, 2, 3. Very gentle here. Then core engagement, support as you come back up to sitting nice and tall. And again, inhale, exhale, twist, and gently fold down, head turns to the back, gently soaring. 1, 2. So fingers are reaching down towards the toes if we can. Inhale, driving through those core muscles to support you coming back up to sitting. Again, choose your leg width position to suit you. And again, one more on each side. Gently folding. Gently reaching. Don't worry if you can't reach the toes, it doesn't matter. We're all building up different levels of flexibility. So there'll be different things going on with everybody, do not worry. And again, last one on this side. 3, back to center. Keep those arms extended nice and long if you can. If you need to take a break, that's fine. Palms are facing up to the ceiling as if the hands are little bowls here. And we're going to go into a forward bend and we're going to roll into that forward bend. So we're going to take a breath in, engage. Then the chin comes to the chest. The shoulder's going to roll as we're going to turn the palms round, 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 curling down until the palms are facing all the way up to the ceiling again. And the body is curved round into a nice little curled up ball. Now, breath in, engage, drawing through that belly button, supporting, restacking the spine, curling back up. And again, breath in, engage, chin to chest, rolling forward, curling round, curling round. Gently coming forward, just as far as you are comfortable. Breath in, exhale, slowly curling back up. Sitting nice and tall here. Good job. One more with the arms extended if you can. Palms facing down. If you've had enough, then just take a break. Little circles for me. Arms are extended nice and long. Feel all the work that's happening here. Good job. Feel the control and the strength. So they're nice, slow, precise little circles. About the size of a saucer. Using that fingertip extension to make sure all the arm muscles are switched on. Now we're going the other way, nice and slowly. Brilliant. Really, really good work through here, through the shoulder sockets. Really important to keep the flexibility and mobility here, and really good strengthening through those arms. Last one, hold it here and relax. Release the arms down. Walk the feet in and just gently shake it all out. Well done. Good job. From here, we're coming into our seated balance. So we're going to come round onto the side. Okay, so keep the back of the chair behind you. You might need it there for a little bit of help. And this time, make sure that the bottom is in the center of the chair. You want to feel really secure with this exercise, once you get there. Okay, so you want to really feel like you're in the middle of your chair. From here, breath in, engage the core. As we exhale, we're just gently going to bring one foot up, placing the hand just underneath the knee here and holding it into the body. And we're starting to move into a curled up position. So thinking about relaxing the shoulders, curving the spine, and holding that leg there. Then we're going to take the back hand and we're going to place it on the back of the chair. Breath in, engage the core. As you exhale, gently bring the other leg up. Now, put the feet and the knees together, glue them together so the legs are one unit. If you feel confident, when you feel confident, make sure chin is tucked, curved spine. Bring that hand away and place it on the front, just below the knees, on the front of the shins there. Now I want you to relax the shoulders and the grip on your legs for dear life, okay? Try and relax a little bit here. Because we want the core to do the work and not just on the arm muscles. So the tummy button is drawn in, the pelvic floor is engaged, and we're holding it here in this nice balance position. If you want to challenge the balance a little bit more, opening up the legs to hip distance and extending the legs a little bit away from you. So that's going to give you a couple of level options there. And then if you're feeling really confident, you can take the hands away and extend them to the sides. Make sure there's still a little bend in the elbows and just find that nice balance position. Good job. Breathing through here. Now you know if at any stage you've had enough, you just bring it down. There we go. So to bring it down, bringing both the knees back into the chest, then releasing one foot down to the floor, using the back of the chair to support if you want to, or you bring the other foot down by the side. And we're gently going to push through the legs, engaging the core to stand. And we're going to turn and we're going to use our chair for a nice little hamstring stretch out of that work. Well done. So from here, we're going to use the hand on the back of the chair. Feet are nice at hip distance, hips are square, and bringing one foot up onto the chair back here, onto the chair seat, sorry. And then we're going to straighten that leg while we bend the supporting knee, facing forward still, and then draw back with these toes. Again, just trying to work on extending that muscle group right the way through the back of the legs from the top to the bottom. So you don't need to be holding your toes, just gently holding the back of the chair and just drawing back as comfortable as you can, gently dipping the knee and pushing the bottom away and drawing those toes back. And then release by pointing the toe, bending the knee and switching sides. So make sure you're square again, the hips are square, the toes are both facing the same direction. Heel onto the bottom of the chair and then sink down into that stretch. So sink down, push the hips back and away behind you, drawing back with those toes. Good job. And release. Okay. Bring it back down. I'm going to turn the chair around, but again, you can have yours positioned wherever it suits you so that you can see me. I'm going to turn mine around as we're going to move into some of that upper body arm work again now. So everything's nice and warm, everything's ready to work for us. So we're going to move into a tricep dip, and then we're going to move into a reverse plank if you want to. Again, you can choose the levels as you go. Now we're going to be doing quite a lot of weight bearing through the up forearms here. If you've got any real problems with the wrists or the elbows or the shoulders, which mean you can't weight bear here, grab a couple of hand weights or your cans and you can work through the tricep range of movements here just with hand weights instead, okay? If you're coming with me, hands are coming onto the corners of the chair. Now make sure that the feet are just slightly in front of our knees, because what we're going to do is take a breath in, engage the core, keeping that back supported. We're going to use our hands on the chair and we're gently going to bring that bottom off of the chair. I'm going to exaggerate so you can see I'm off the chair. And then I'm going to make sure that my legs are at right angles. So I might need to scooch my feet forward a little bit to make sure that my ankles are directly underneath the knees. Now I'm hanging out here. I don't have locked elbows, okay? I have my arms nice and long and straight, but they're not locked. Now you might find just hanging out here is just plenty enough workout, and then bring yourself back onto the chair at any stage when you need to. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, breath in, engage. Elbows are coming out to the side as we tricep dip down a little way, and then we draw ourselves back up. Don't lock the elbows in between. And again, inhale, exhale to come down. Now, how far you come and how long you hold it is entirely up to you. But when you're drawing back up, really think about the core engagement to draw back through so that we don't leave all the work to the arms. Okay? So you can push through the legs, but particularly draw through the core to support here. And again. Well done. One more here if you can. Again, if you've had enough, just take a break. Now we're coming back onto the front edge of the chair and we're going to shake out the arms. We're going to squeeze the hands, stars, and squeeze, stars, and squeeze. Just get the blood flowing back through. Really, really good exercise though. I know it's hard work, but it's really good work. You can feel the toning through the arms, support through the stability and strengthening through the shoulders. And you've got that lovely core strengthening going on here. Now we're going to use that again. The other thing we've got going on here is bone density. We're building bone density and bone mass. That's really, really important to keep the bones nice and strong. They need to be weight bearing. That's what helps bones to become stronger. From here, breath in, engage, coming forward off the chair again. This time we're going to extend the legs nice and long. Both of them nice and long, heels are on the floor. Breath in, engage. We're going to push the hips up, up, up. We're going to take the head just a little way back so that we're in a lovely straight line. We're in that lovely reverse plank. We're going to hold it here. Breath in, exhale, gently curl back down, lower the hips back to that start position. Off the chair if you can. Ready to go again. Breath in, engage, hips up. Think about the chest, think about the heart opening up towards the ceiling. Hips up as far as they can go. Breath in, exhale, lower the hips but control the motion. Take a break if you need to. Last one if you're with me. Engage, hips up, chest opens, neck in a straight line. Hold it here. Then gently lowering. What we're going to do is bend one foot back, then the other, come onto our chair and give ourselves a big clap for actually managing it. Well done. We're going to stretch it out by coming down into a little cat stretch. So we're going to curl forward and relax down now. So the feet are at hip distance apart and the head and the upper body are just hanging down here, catching their breath. Now we're going to move it into a cat stretch. So we're going to imagine that there's a rope between the shoulder blades here. We're going to take a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to pull that rope between the shoulder blades and arch the spine up to the ceiling. Then we're going to continue to restack the spine like building blocks, taking the shoulder blades down and back, extending the neck up and away. And again, breath in, engage, chin to chest, roll the shoulders forward, curl down, relax. When we're ready, breath in, engage between those shoulder blades, drawing up, up, up. Curving the spine, and then restacking one shoulder blade at a time. Shoulders back and down, good job. So the arms are going to have a little bit of a break now. Let's get those legs working for us. We want to wiggle forward so we're on the front edge of the chair. Okay, we're going to keep one leg bent and we're going to extend and lengthen the other. Your level 2 is to do the same exercise with both legs extended. Make sure you're still on the chair though, and then make sure that you've got full control before you move to that level 2. On the level 2, you're still only circling one leg at a time. So breath in, engage, leg is extended nice and long, other leg is supported. I want you to imagine that all the way from this hip, all the way down to the toe is one big muscle group. It's all working together as one unit. Placing the hands just gently on the corner of the chair there. Engage, exhale, and gently lift that foot just above the floor, just about a foot off of the floor and hold it there. That's the center of your circle. Now we're going to lower it a little bit and then we're going to gently draw beautiful, beautiful dinner plate circles on the wall opposite with the pencil that's between our toes. And again. So a couple of pointers here. These are going to be the best circles you've ever drawn. There are going to be no square edges on any of these dinner plates. And have a look at that supporting leg. Is it staying still or is it having a little go at the circles with you? We want to keep it nice and still. Let's go the other way now. So we're using the whole leg lever. If there's too much pressure on the lower back, you can pop that little bend back in the knee and work with a bent knee here. We can still circle, okay, but we get a little bit more support in the lower back, okay. Last one here, and hold, and then drawing it back in, and you know what's coming next now. Extend and lengthen the other leg, staying nice and tall, making sure we're still drawn up nice and tall. Exhale, draw it up, foot off the ground, and then gently circling. Good job. Brilliant. So not just the leg is working here, that core control, helping to lift that whole leg as it's in extensions, working with you. Let's go the other way now. That's it. And then drawing it in and just walking it out. We're going to come up to standing, so pushing through the legs standing and gently shaking it all out. Well done. Good job. We're turning the chair round now so that we can go across. We're getting some more practice in for that channel crossing. We're going to do some swimming now. If you haven't seen this one before on the chair, watch the demo first, because if you move into position, it's very hard to then try and look up and see what's going on with the rest of the body. Okay, so we're going to walk the hands forward across the chair. As we go, we're going to lower the knees and we're going to place the hips on the chair. Then we're going to come forward, we're going to fold forward, and the chest is extended, the upper chest is extended over the outside of the chair, isn't on the chair, okay? So the top of the chest is hanging over. Now, the wrists should be directly underneath the shoulders. If you have very long chair legs, or maybe very short arms, either way, it doesn't matter. Grab a spare cushion, place it down in front of you, and place the hands onto the cushion. Just make sure that you can reach comfortably. So this is about keeping that frame that we talk about. So shoulders staying level with hips being level, making a solid wood picture frame that cannot twist and move. Now the chair here is going to keep those hips absolutely square. It's going to show us how it's done. The shoulders have a little bit more freedom of movement, so keep an eye on those, keeping them square and level and solid where they are. Breath in, engage. Draw the belly button up off of the chair, squeeze and hold it there. Place a grape underneath the belly button for me. Don't squish it. As you exhale, stretch and reach forward with the fingertips. Keep the eyes looking down on the mat as you then lift and extend those fingers, ideally up towards the ear, but don't worry if you don't get there yet. Just bring them a little way off the floor to start with, then drawing back in and under, and then build up how far you can go up. Breath in, engage, keeping those shoulders level. So those fingertips are reaching, but the shoulder isn't dipping here. It's staying in position. When we're level, nice and engaged, and drawing up to the ear as your furthest point, no further. Drawing back in and under. So that's what your hands are going to do. Your legs are very kindly already extended for you, so you don't have to extend them. But now we have to make sure we're drawn in and that grape is staying in one position. We point the toe, extend and lengthen, and bring the leg up to hip height. Then we slowly lower it, keeping control of it all the way down, and then releasing the toe. And the same on the other side. Point, keeping the hips nice and level, feeling that lovely level hip position that that chair is giving us, and back in and under. So you have a choice. You can carry on with arm, arm, leg, leg independently, or the next level is opposite arm, opposite leg. Breath in, shoulders relaxed, extend. Once they're both ready, lift, hold. Breath in, exhale, Lower together, control. Draw that hand back in. Other side, breath in, engage, extend, lift. Lower when you're ready, back in. One more on either side in your own time. Keep that grape in place for me. I don't want any squished ones yet. Good job. Last one. And we're done. So coming out of this, we're going to bring our elbows back onto the chair. We're going to curl up and we're coming into child's pose. So we're going to keep the feet together. We're taking the knees nice and wide. We're sitting down and we're using the top of the chair, the seat of the chair to just relax and curl over. Ooh. Good job. Gently turn the head to the other side. Well done. Now we're not just done yet. We're going to turn the chair now. We're going to push it forward to make sure we've got plenty of room behind us as we're going to work the legs now in full extension behind us. So we need to make sure they're nice and long. So we're going to move into some leg pull prone work here. So we're going to pop the elbows onto the chair seat. Palms are upwards, thumbs are pointing up towards the ceiling. We've got to make sure that the elbows are directly below the shoulders, okay? Really important on this positioning. Hips are square to that chair. When you're ready, breath in, engage, exhale, toe comes out, knee pushes through, and then the other foot comes out next door. Pushing the heels away, and then gently lowering the hips till we've got that lovely position, that lovely straight line. The head lifts a little and the eyes are looking just forward of the fingertips through the back of the chair if you can see through it. Now you may have enough here and you may bring the knee down, and then raise again on the other side. Breath in, engage, extend with the other foot first. Pushing through, extend, lift. Heels away, hips lowering and hold. And lower, one knee down, one knee down. I'm going to take mine up into an extended hold now, but again, you can lift and lower if you want to. Breath in, engage, toe back, heel away, pushing through, make sure that spine is engaged, supported really well before I lower the hips, eyes looking forward, shoulder blades relaxed, tuck down the back, breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And release when you're ready. One knee, then the other. Tucking the knees underneath the chair, curling down and relaxing with the head to one side. Brilliant effort. You know that one is giving you a total body workout all the way from those elbows, from the shoulders, right the way down to those toes. All the muscles firing at the same time to support and hold the body, particularly using those core muscles, that core strength to keep that lovely straight position there. Amazing toning. Well done. Really, really good strengthening as well. From here, we're going to come down onto the floor. So we're going to gently curl the feet around the chair, and then we're going to come down and bring the feet up onto the seat. Now, when we're in the position here, what I need to just make sure is that your feet are not touching the back bars of your chair, the back of your chair here. Make sure that they're far enough that they've got a little bit of room for movement here as you draw up and down in the next exercise. So to get ourselves into position here, we need to make sure that the knees are directly above the hips. We've got that lovely right angled position that we need. Don't worry if your feet are a little bit higher or a little bit lower, it's absolutely fine. Okay, just make sure that knees are directly above the hips. Make sure those shoulder blades for me are relaxed and tucked down underneath. And then let's think about that lower back here. So now we're going to do some pelvic tilts. We're going to push the spine down into the floor, and then we're going to allow it to arch up just gently and controlled. And then again, we're going to draw down, tilt the pelvis, pushing through the feet gently into the chair and then up. So repeating those pelvic tilts. Really think about that lower back while you're doing it. Really feel from that tailbone curling down, pushing the spine down into the floor, and then allowing it to articulate and gently release away from the floor. Then I want you to find halfway between those 2 points, halfway between fully impressed into the floor and then fully arched. Find that halfway position. Once we're here, I want you to draw that tummy button in, just to level 3, just to hold it there and engage the pelvic floor. I want you to make sure that the shoulders are relaxed. Keeping that position, place one hand behind the head. Thumbs are going at the bottom of the skull where it meets the neck, and then the other hand on top. Elbows are very relaxed. The arms are not working out here. They are just coming along for the ride. Now with the hands and the shoulders opened up here, the spine may have arched a little way. So just keep an eye and make sure that neutral spine is there before we go into some curl ups. I want you to imagine that there's a rope attached to the middle of your chest into your sternum here. This is where the work's going to happen. The rope is pulling from the sternum and all of the effort is coming between the ribs and the hips down the center of the torso here. The arms aren't pulling, the shoulders aren't tugging. Okay, it's all happening in the center there. So breath in, engage. Chin comes to the chest, shoulders roll round. That rope is pulling us up. So we're looking between the legs under the chair. We take a breath in here. As we exhale, we keep hold of everything in those abdominals. We might extend the neck into the hands, but we're not going to let go of those abs until we're all the way down. Then we're ready to go again. Breath in, engage, chin to chest, shoulders roll, up, looking through the chair, hold it there. Breath in, engage, keep that engagement. It's really important. With this exercise, it's the reverse that is our most important feature. This is our weaker direction for these muscles. And again, breath in, engage, chin to chest, curling up, looking through. Breath in. Exhale and gently rolling back down. Hold it there. Right, if you need the support and you want to continue with the hands behind your head, then you can. Otherwise, please bring your hands back down to the side and lengthen. They're going to come up hovering to the side, but now they're here, we're going to keep a bend in the elbow. They're going to gently come up with us, but I want them to be bent. I don't want them to suddenly start pulling and taking over. Breath in, engage, curl the same, chin to chest, shoulders round. You've got even more movement to gently round the shoulders, holding it here. Breath in, exhale, gently, slowly lower. Gently let the head relax back as if it would into the hands and down. And again, breath in, engage, drawing up, looking through the chair, holding it there. Exhale, slowly back down again. Now, if your hands have stayed behind your head, if you could bring them down now, and we're just going to add a very gentle twist side to side. When you're ready, breath in, engage, chin to chest, drawing up the same as we did before, the same curl up. When the hands are hovering here, we're then going to gently curl one side to reach towards the back chair leg, just a little way, so I'm peeking around my leg, and then I come back to center. I do the same on the other side, a very little twist, the head is looking round, little peek, and back to center. And again, little twist to one side, if we can, staying raised up if we can, if we've had enough, just relax down, twist to the other side, back to center. I'm going to do one more on each side, and then I promise that's it here. Back to center, and then gently and controlled, rolling down and relaxing, bringing the knees into the chest and giving them a really good hug. Well done. A gentle rock side to side to release those abdominals. Very good effort, everybody. Well done. Good job. From here, I want you to gently roll onto your side. I want you to tuck into the side of the chair here. Just tuck in and make yourself comfortable. So make a little cushion with the lower hand for the head here. Make sure that the back and the neck are in a nice straight line. Or if you've got your cushion from earlier or from your chair, you can take it now and pop it under your head to make yourself nice and comfortable. So spine is nice and straight, but the shoulders are relaxed now. The abdominals are relaxed. Little bend in the knee, top hand coming down onto the floor, and head relaxed here. I want you to take a moment to catch your breath. I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good job. From here, I want you to close your eyes just for a moment. As you continue to breathe deeply, I want you to feel that lovely warmth throughout the body. That warmth is brought by fresh oxygenated blood flowing and pumping from the heart right the way around your body. Feel the energy that that gives you. And just take a moment to think about all the muscles that we've worked right from our fingertips right down to our toes. Give them all a little squeeze and then relax and just give them a moment to melt down into the floor. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And as we exhale through the mouth, giving ourselves just a moment of the day to totally relax. When you're ready, gently bring your thoughts back into the room and open your eyes. Slowly make your way round and onto all fours. Gently take a little cat stretch. So breath in, exhale, chin to chest, spine arches up towards the ceiling. And then relax through. Good job. Gently sitting back onto the feet. Bring the hands so you can bring yourself or your chair round. And then pushing through the hands onto the seat. Bring yourself up to sitting on the chair. From here, we're going to roll down. We're going to take a breath in as we exhale, chin to chest, shoulders roll, arms just hang down by the side, head tries to release and hang free also. Deep breath in here. As you exhale, make sure the core is engaged and really think about restacking that spine like building blocks, one on top of each other, nice and slowly. Roll the shoulders back and down, lengthen the neck up and away. And again, breath in, engage, chin to the chest, shoulders roll forward. Relax those arms, relax the neck. Deep inhale and then exhale, restacking the spine. Shoulders back and down, neck nice and long. From here, we're going into side bend, gently bringing the hand up and over as we lean on the chair on the other corner. And then gently sweeping back up to sitting nice and tall. And again, on the other side, coming up and over. And back to center, one more on each side. Breath in as we sweep over. And exhale as we sweep back. Good job. From here, we're going to move into arm circles. So we're going to take a nice deep breath as we bring the arms up. And exhale as we bring them down. And again, inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale as we sweep them down. And this time we're coming up to standing. Inhale, pushing through the legs, coming up to standing nice and tall. Exhale as the hands come down. Last one, inhale, bringing it up onto your toes if you want to. Exhale, circle down, bringing the hands to the prayer and giving yourselves a big clap. Well done, everybody. Brilliant chair work. Good effort. Well done.